of the night. Mm, mm, mm. Ain't got troubles wall to wall. In the heat of the night, yeah. And happy ending to it all. Oh, hold on. Oh, it won't be long. You be strong, it'll be alright. In the heat of the night. What y'all know about that? Shout out to Ray Charles, the 1960s classic. In the Heat of the Night. It was redone by that white guy that sings jazz music. He sang it as the theme song for the In the Heat of the Night, the TV series from 1988 to 1995. Yeah, I think so. Shout out to Howard Rollins and Carol O'Connor, also known as Archie Bunker. And I watched all 7 seasons of that show, even when Howard Rollins was going back and forth, if you know what I mean. But look, I sang that in tribute to the state of Mississippi. But for me to say there's something wrong with that goddamn state would be like, hey, we already know, but there's something seriously wrong with the state of Mississippi. I guess just like Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana. Whew. But hell, in New York. But anyway, and I had not Georgia, and Georgia. I didn't have Georgia on my mind. I had Mississippi on my mind because did y'all hear where the lady was, I guess, removed from the morning or afternoon news there? Where we were talking about Snoop Dogg and she quoted him by saying, "For shizzle my nizzle." And Twitter is amazing. And Instagram is even more amazing. But that Twitter is something serious. I mean, it brings out all of the comments. And and people trying to redefine what shizzle, what nizzle is and all of that. And one obtuse under a rock, what's up, Jeffrey? Under a rock person gonna say, well, it means for sure my friend. Yes, in sentiment, it means for sure my friend. But y'all know damn well who Snoop Dogg is. You know damn well what West Coast rap is all about, East Coast and Southern rap too. When he said, "What's up, Kareem?" He said, "For shizzle my niggas," like, yeah, my nizzle. And someone had to explain, because there were people like, "Would someone please explain to me what that is?" And they went to Google and Wikipedia, they pretend not to know what urban slang is or hood slang is. And he was just saying, for sure, my nigga. And you can't say racial slurs on television. White folks and other folks who pretend y'all don't know rap jargon, but you buy all the damn rap music, cut it out. Or your sons and grandsons or daughters and granddaughters buy all the damn rap music, cut it out, please. So, for those who said, I don't see anything wrong. There's a lot wrong with that. You can't say for shizzle my nizzle. And we know nizzle is a code word or slang for nigga. You can't say that on the news. It's a racial slur. And it's funny how some of these old white folks want to try to be down, but y'all want to quote hood niggas. You don't quote none of the intelligent brothers that we have in our society. Well, I say so-called out-of-touch white folks are so disingenuous. Or maybe she just a Mississippi white woman that thought she can get away, get a pass. Thought she can get away with something just then. What's up, twin settles? And so whatever it was. But see, then someone went into her history. And these black folks be all around them. They kept that black dude on the counter, on the broadcast. He kept his job. He just kind of put his head down like, well, this ain't for this broad. She done went too far again. Because if you look at her story, she's made other derogatory, remarks as relates to black folks or, quote, black culture. One lady on there, just go to social media, you'll find it. She said, yeah, there was some issue they were talking about, but she said, yeah, you can always ask your mom and your grandmammy the same thing. Grandmammy? Oh, damn. But, these old white racists, they ain't gonna go out without a fight now. They're not gonna go out without a fight. It reminds me, but I appreciate those kind of white folks. I like them better than I like these old so-called liberal Caucasians. You know, they grin in your face, all in your face, but they stab in your back. And then they stab you in the back and you're bleeding. They're saying, "That's okay. I'm just shoving in, but it's okay. Just relax. Just going in a little deeper. Okay, it's fine, really. Just they, trying to make you feel calm, and they'll stab you in the back." So y'all keep your so-called liberal white folks, because not all of them are bad or have ulterior motives. Tamala Cole, what's up? And so, but I'm just letting y'all know. The white liberal is not really as friendly to blacks as y'all want to believe, because y'all get to have sex with white girls and have sex with white men. And please don't start raining on me now, because I'm on a roll. But but a lot of them are okay. If I'm in a party with a lot of white folks, I just need everybody to behave. If I'm in a club with a bunch of black folks, I just need everybody to behave. That's all. We can all drink and dance and go home back to our neutral corners when we leave the club at 2 and 3, you hear me? Or an event or whatever. Just everybody behave. That's all. I'm not that absolute and that rough like some people like to paint someone like me. Oh, he hates white people. He hates. No, I don't. I kick it with everybody. When money's being exchanged and we're having fun and partying, but as far as my private life and social life, I don't have a problem with black and others, I think I had a Mexican friend when I moved here like 14, 15 years ago, but, But anyway, let's move on. And so, because my main topic of discussion here is the whole Jonathan Majors thing. And again, I have to process stuff and look at it a little bit. Dang on, let me turn around because it's about to start raining. Man, it was too cool for school. But if I have to get under a tree, I'm going to finish this, damn it. This whole Jonathan Majors thing is just, it's just so predictable. It's so predicted. But I can easily get into how people just automatically jumped on it. Pretty much like when I did my YouTube video about Judge Joe Brown, or not just Judge Joe Brown, but Cheryl Lee Ralph's accusation of a famous TV judge, and all of a sudden, she left it open-ended, or just left a blank, and which forced people or allowed them to just shimmy on in and start speculating. And the first thing they did, they speculated on the black judges, as if during that time when she was talking about she was assaulted, there weren't, like, as Judge Joe Brown pointed out, is like 8 other white judges, but nobody talked about that. It went straight to the black judges, and that's the problem. So here we are, Twitter and all that stuff, right? So again, we have another black man being accused of domestic assault of some kind, right? And that, let me tell y'all something about how the white media does. It flew all over the place. I mean, God dog. I mean, I can even wake up without seeing about 4, 5, 6 stories on my timeline. Jonathan Majors assault, blah, blah, blah. Jonathan Majors domestic violence. Jonathan Majors. And then these alleged Caucasians, these white folks tweeting stuff from Yale, where he attended school. Well, he's always been that way. He was a sociopath then. I said, isn't that amazing? But I want to talk to y'all about how this white media pushes the stereotype that black men are, they want to push the stereotype about black men. Black men can't hardly sneeze. All of a sudden, it's time to arrest them. It's time to smear their names, ruin their career. But isn't it interesting how the same white media and these same white men came out and defended your boy Dana White when he smacked his white woman around. And guess what? The UFC didn't even fire him. Matter of fact, they dropped the charges. And the white media, when the ones that dared to cover him, barely talked about it. They defended the white man for smacking his woman around. Yeah, and a lot of people say, well, she was hitting him. But I thought, regardless of that, you're not supposed to hit a woman. Regardless of that, right? But they let that Dana White guy, whatever his name was, they let him just skate on by it. He's going back to his career. There's no problem. And don't y'all forget, Ken Wheeler, you know, the football white boy, played football, that beat the black woman, and she was dead. He sat down and had dinner over her body, her lifeless body. He was having dinner and he beat her to a pulp. He is having dinner and he beat her to a pulp. Ken Wheeler. The reason some of you like, who is that? Because the white media didn't jump all over him. Even black guys were scared to talk about him. Hell, what's his name? Your boy, who as soon as a black dude steps off the sidewalk, you accuse him of jaywalking. Stephen A. Smith. They wouldn't even talk about him. And then just so happened, just like in the movies, you know how when you think they're dead and they do this they do this. That's what the black lady did. She was laying there in a puddle of blood, face all smashed up. This football linebacker beat her up that bad, and he said in the thing, in his own words in these reports, he said, "Damn, I sat down and had dinner. I thought she was dead." Now, who in the hell, other than Hannibal Lecter, after they killed somebody, or believe they killed somebody, sits down and has dinner? He had her liver with a nice Chianti and some fava beans. No one does that except for Hannibal Lecter. But Ken Wheeler did it. And the white media was silent. If it was not for social media getting the mainstream white media, ESPN and others, to talk about it, they still haven't talked. They still didn't crucify him the way they're doing to Jonathan Majors. All this speculations. Just stuff everywhere. Then the woman turned out, he didn't do anything to me. So y'all understand what I'm saying? This is BS. And I said, let the ritual begin. You know, it's just something about it when you get in the Hollywood thing. Eddie Griffin said it years ago. Something about these black male actors. When they get into Hollywood, they're not allowed to leave Hollywood clean. Shout out to Eddie Griffin for saying this. He's on Vlad, on that damn Vlad interview, but he said it other ways, but he said it on there. Black men, when in Hollywood, they are not allowed to leave without an asterisk or a stain, be it Kobe, be it Michael Jordan for gambling, Kobe for so-called raping a white woman, Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, you name them. Black men cannot go in Hollywood, have a clean slate, and get to retire like so many of those white men have done over the decades and done some heinous things, unless they do something that's flat out just, they can't ignore it, they can't bury the story. But yeah, they let that football white boy damn near kill their sister. And hell, not even black feminists got on there. White feminists didn't even touch it. So that's why when I hear this selective outrage, the word has always been around, but thank you, Chris Rock, for making it now something that we can actually take that word and put it where it's supposed to go. This selective outrage, or only outrage when you get mad at black men, particularly heterosexual masculine black men. Yes, I went there again. Because America hates black boys and hates straight black men unless they're towing that liberal line. Then black America hates straight black men if they dare say that they're conservative. Isn't that the weirdest thing? But I don't know any conservative black man has ever done a drive-by or collected baby mamas or dropped out of school to sell dope. I don't know any of those conservative brothers. Now, I'm not defending them. I'm just saying our outrage is very selective when it comes to black men. They want us to be a certain way. A lot of times, the way they want heterosexual black men to do, it's not good for us naturally. Come on, somebody. So, Jeff, what are you saying? To my knowledge, Denzel does not have any stains, a straight black man. Well, that's one out of hundreds, Jeff. Thank you for pointing that out. They've been trying to get at him, though. He been cheating on his wife, you know. All of it's been unfounded. But black men on average cannot leave Hollywood without a stain. Eddie Griffin told the truth. And so, no, I can't continue to ask why when we know why straight black men are always under attack. But if he's a straight black man, but he's a criminal or a thug or a whoremonger, hey, Jackie, what's up, friend? Where you been, girl? If he's a whoremonger, well, he gets all over the place. He gets celebrated. Hell, even sisters celebrate the hoes. So, Jonathan Major, they want to put that stain on him. He's a domestic assaulter. And how in the world did black men become the face of all this traditionally what white men do? All of a sudden they've put black men as the serial rapists, black men are the pedophiles. Shout out to R. Kelly, allegedly. The black men are the, now domestic violence guys. We had Robert Blake shoot a woman in her face. No, it was Robert Blake. Let me see, Robert Blake. Well, he went to jail, but they didn't really beat up on him. And then you had the one this old producer back in the day, Phil Spector, shot a woman in the face in the front of his house. He was married to that Ronnie Spector. Be my loving baby. Oh, 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 oh. I feel the hunger. It's the hunger. Y'all remember that song? Take me home tonight. I don't want to let you go till you see the light. But yeah, he shot, all kinds. Elvis, all kinds of pedophilia behavior. Jerry Lee Lewis, and those men get to keep their legacies. But we as a community, we let them call our black entertainers this, and we get into the struggle match. Well, I don't know if I can separate his art from the person. I don't know if that, why they get to keep that Satanists and their demons. They celebrate them. Graceland makes millions of dollars in Memphis. But none of us ever thought to save the house of Sam Cooke. And in Memphis, I'm going to tell you, man, don't get me started about my hometown. Do you know these motherfuckers? Somewhere in the 70s or the 80s, the city mowed down the actual original, the original house or the studio of Stax Records. Do y'all believe that shit? In Memphis. They actually mowed it down, knocked down the building. It was abandoned. And no Negro in that town thought enough of all of the soul and rock history. From Otis Redding to Isaac Hayes to who else came through that damn place? So many Maple singers, everybody came through Stax Records. And that old piss poor mentality hometown of mine allowed them in the 80s, I think, to knock down that damn statue. What's up, Pro Reacher? Is that right? What's up? Look, it's a lot of stuff about my hometown of Memphis. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, somehow they're able to keep up Graceland because a certain group of people love Elvis. And they ignored all of his transgressions and let him still keep his legacy, his musical legacy, But everything about us want it erased, just like our history. We don't mind. We don't talk about it. We don't move it forward. We just I don't need that. I know who I is. It's just stupid. We don't keep our monuments. Then with a lot of monuments, we walk right past and we even know that they were black inspired. Because it's something wrong with the American Negro. I keep telling y'all, blacks in America get dumber by the summer. And this summer is not going to be any different. And so, yeah, this Jonathan Major thing, shout out to the brother. Keep doing your work. And some people wear it out, the woman white or not. I don't give a damn if you're white or black. And an accusation of domestic violence is an accusation that no man wants to be stuck to him. Or sexual assault. Nobody wants that. And to be thrown around all willy-nilly. People need to be, charges need to be pressed on people. Because that's a really damaging title to just be thrown around. He sexually assaulted me. He domestically assaulted me. I'm sick of it. And even when women falsely accuse a man of being a father, put the system on him. And it turns out through the DNA that he's not the father. That bitch should be serving time in jail. And he needs to be refunded every nickel that he paid under the table and he was forced to pay legally. He needs to get it all back, and she needs to go to jail. But that's where the men come in at. You know, America's for everybody. But somehow men in America, particularly black men, have been taught that, you know, man, fuck this shit, man. It's straight, man. Man, you know, that's what they do, man. No, bro. Y'all dudes need to stand up, pull your pants up, tuck your shirt in, zip your pants up, and stand up to be men. And fight for your legal right to exist in this damn country. And fight against all enemies who are trying to come at you, foreign and domestic and local, right in the bed with you. Get the lawyers, get the judges, get the courts on their asses. Stop sitting around here allowing these folks to mischaracterize you, to mislabel you in the public, destroying your brand or your credibility, when all you did was say, how you doing, Miss Lady? My name is. And let me go back to the Jonathan Majors. Reportedly, she was looking through his phone. He's like, look, get out of my phone. And she tried to be sneaky and look through it, and I guess he supposedly grabbed her hand, you know, and whop, 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 whop. You know, hey, Mary Max. Veronica Smith, what's up? Mary Max was good. You know, so that's why, see, I'm going to get on the men anyway, but I really want to push the men, because I'm of the firm belief that black men don't even know that they're real people in this country. They let so many things happen. Even not only just from the white racist system, but also within the black conglomerate here. We allow so many things to happen. We stand by and let a lot of stuff happen under this guise of whatever kind of this reconstructed manhood. So I'm a member of the original manhood, not this new bullshit that's going on. Regular dudes out here who ain't never been to jail, but they got tattoos and shit all on their neck. I understand what prisoners and convicts do, but I don't understand these young men who ain't never seen the inside of a prison and never been in any kind of crime, but they got more tattoos than a prisoner. Those guys do that because, hell, there's nothing else to do. It's bored up in there. But when you're free, why do you look like a convict? I know I'm jumping from topic to topic, but it all comes together. Hallelujah. There's something wrong with this new reconstructed sense of manhood. And I think it's been reconstructed by non-men. Whew. So what you say, Jeff? More than a commentary, a whole sermon. You hear me? Man, because it's weird. Because Jonathan, believe it or not, Jonathan Majors is connected to all of us. What's up, Carl? He's connected to all of us. Because when you become successful, you know, not to imagine what the regular guys are going through, but when you become successful, you got a target on your back. Publicly known, that is. Now, you can be rich and quiet, nobody even know, you'll be fine. But once you become like a Hollywood celebrity or famous, hey, Venus, we become famous, people be all on you. You know, people who mean you no good will just show up out of nowhere. People who claim that they're related to you. And then I know it has to be really difficult when people find out, as a man, I know it has to be difficult when you become legitimately famous and you have money. So you can be a popular football guy in school or a popular athlete in school. That's different than becoming rich and famous. See, because, you know, you're popular, you know, you play football, but they're not lining up to try to take you down and all of that. Or trying to get some money from you because you're just popular from dunking a basketball in high school, or you ran for the winning play on the field, or you caught the winning touchdown. But it's different when they find out you're worth $50 million and you're on everybody's TV sets and movie screens. That's something different. And so, where do these guys go for support? Who do you learn to trust? Who do you know? You know, who do you go to when you're famous like that? Where do you go? So, and most importantly, get back to the Jonathan Majors deal. Let's give the stuff. Let me tell y'all something, please. Let's give it a chance to kind of. Cause what I do is I process stuff. Cause I want to hear the whole story. A lot of people they can't wait. I think their fingers are just right there on the Twitter, just can't wait. And Instagram, their fingers are already there. Almost like when a cop has his gun, he just come out just for a call about a lemonade stand, but he comes out with his hand already on the trigger. I think that's how we are with social media. As soon as some bullshit pops off, we already blah, 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 blah. You just come up with these opinions and thoughts and speculation. I know that's what drives commentary. But also keep in mind, these are real people. And they read these comments. They do. And some of them have the patience of Job, or they have the strategy of Beyonce. They don't respond to nothing. And that's a smart thing to do. But y'all don't think these people need some mental health counseling after read some of the most horrific things that's said about them? As anybody. Because people can put up little profiles that say the most horrendous thing they wouldn't say in public. I know that. But I guarantee you, what I say on here, we can have that conversation in public. I don't think I said anything that's so outlandish that I'll be not afraid to stand behind if we were to meet in public. But I have said this, not because I don't stand behind, I'm not going to hold up my time to discuss with you anything I've said on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, that I learned as a young man. Come on, somebody. And I was writing my little old newsletter when I was a young man in college. Shout out to Grambling State University. Shout out to the Gramblinites. Shout out to my old newsletter, In My Opinion, by Rico Rivers. I used to stand there and let people just hold me up and so they can give me their opinions. But, understanding capitalism, everything is for sale. If there is a demand, you can put a price on it. And my response to their stuff was in demand, or my opinions, my thoughts were in demand. Tony Bickham, what's up, my man? And so, even now, especially if I'm at a barbecue, or I'm at a bar and grill, or I'm at a party, don't ask me nothing about what the fuck I said on Facebook. Especially if I'm having cocktails, please, don't disrespect, don't disrupt the flow of the cocktail, you hear me? There's a reason I'm having a cocktail, because I'm in the mood. The music is playing, everybody's out. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, sweetheart. You doing all right? Right on. I'm gonna hug you right here, Stephanie. Love you, girl. Ain't talked to you in years, but I do remember you. That's why I smiled when I saw you. You've always been so nice to me. Well, hell, I never heard anything bad about you on campus either, so it was always so nice to me. And so, right on, Steph. That's what I'm talking about. I want to continue to hear it, too. But so, I learned then, if you really want to hear what I have to say, hit my cash out. But you're not going to hold my time up. You're not going to hold me up telling me what you think about what I said. Now, if it's complimentary, of course I'll make some concessions. Hey, I'm human like everybody else. And also, like I'll admit, when I was at Grambling, if she was an attractive student who had a complaint, I entertained that as well. Ash, what's up, Ash? I entertained that as well. I don't like what you said about mine. Whatever. I didn't care. I was just looking at her little cute self, even when she was going off. So, yeah, I do make some concessions. So that means, like all of us, we have a choice on what we allow in our spirit, right? And so I have a choice. I have a choice. If you with the F stuff, we're not talking. Mary Max. If you with the foolishness, and I'm out and about, you happen to see me somewhere, just say hello, and we like, hey, what's up? But but if you've got a gripe, hey, send me an email or hit me up on the DMs or whatever. That's cool. Or if you really want my time, want to hold me up in the mall or hold me up in the restaurant, or you see me in the little club or the little event, I need you to hit me with that $500 for the cash app for you to hold up my time. Because usually, you're going to ruin my night, goddammit. Let me get something out of it. If I allow you that. But other than that, keep it moving. So, but Jonathan Major, we have to let stuff, when we first hear it, don't jump to it. Let's let it stretch out. With any story. And it's funny when I look at the other side. They never, it's interesting when black people are accused of something. The other side, that lighter side of us, They always they come in with the most heinous comments, stereotypes, racial slurs, and all of that. But when it's something that they're doing to us, let the video play out. What happened before? What's the whole story? So I'm saying to us, if we're being accused of something or whatever, let's wait a minute. Let's hold on a minute. Because the story is going to come out. You have to practice patience. The story is going to come out. And boom, not even the next day or two, she comes out and recanted the story. You know, and they haven't really told us who the woman is. Maybe he's trying to, Jonathan Majors again. Maybe he was trying to, hey Shayna, maybe he was trying to, you know, keep their relationship a secret. I don't know. Maybe he was just in his private life. But Lil Mama decided to blow up the spot. And again, if you're a famous person, you know, you might have to sign some NDAs. Jonathan Mitch Sneed, what's up, bro? You might have to sign some NDAs. Or you might have to have a conversation. Now, look. Yeah, we together. Let me tell you something. I actually think I was before my time, right? I'm going to go back. Because I'm about to say to y'all what I actually said to an ex-girlfriend when I was dating on campus at Grambling, right? And I knew I had, you know, some campus popularity. I understood what that meant. I understood that I had to behave a certain way publicly as well as in my private life. But luckily I had a few folks around me, you know, who they didn't, you know, because I did what everybody else did. But, you know, couples, when you're dating somebody on a college campus and let's say, you know, you've been labeled a controversial figure or what all that stuff, you kind of want to keep that on the hush. And so I told one of my girlfriends back then, I said, look, if I tell her, I told her definitely, and I know I told others, I don't care what goes on between us, even if there's pistol play, do not discuss our relationship. That's what I told her. Do not discuss our relationship. Because people want to know about, you know, Rico. They did. And she would tell me, like, they always ask me, like, you date Rico? So what does he do? Blah, blah. Now I would look at her, what'd you say? Well, I didn't say anything. I just said, you know, he was really nice and all this. I said, okay, that's cool, but really don't discuss anything. Because the image of me was out there a certain way. And so I would tell her, do not discuss us at all. If they see us together, fine. Just let them look with curiosity eyes. You know, of course, people saw us together here and there. And but I always kept it in my little crib off campus. Because I knew that the next week or so I'd be putting out a newsletter. And I was also very cognizant of how it could affect her or affect them. Whoever they found out who I was dating or even just kicking it with, they'd probably try to attack them trying to get at me. And I was early on, I was cognizant of that. Just on that campus, the popularity I had on campus, whoever I kicked it with, you know, young ladies, baby, don't do it. Even if we mad at each other, if we break up and ugly, do not discuss us. And so they understood. And I didn't have no fallouts and no ugly breakups, no girlfriends or even 1 and 2 night stands. I didn't. So it was cool. Let you know, I'm not a bad boyfriend. I guess what they accuse me of, not being emotionally attentive. Okay, I guess I'm a monster. But other than that, there was no cussing out, there was no no fighting and beating up chicks, and there was no cheating going on. I didn't do all of that. I know I couldn't do not because that's not my makeup, but number one, because it's not my makeup, but also, you know, if I was with you, I was with you. Now, did I smile at other women who were pretty? Of course. Yeah, I don't get a stone face when a pretty woman's in my face. You crazy? Especially if we're talking. Yeah, I'm grinning my ass off. So Jonathan Majors and all other famous men, any man, but particularly the brothers, you have to have those conversations with the woman who decides that she's going to be with you, or you decide that you're going to be with her by you being a public figure. Because, man, right now it's so ridiculous. And the white media is ready to jump on it. Again, they won't jump on the horrific things that a lot of these white men do. If it were not for social media, a lot of stuff that these white men are doing, beating their women's asses, kicking them out the house, kicking them out the car, not fooling with their kids, all that wouldn't even be discussed. Because the mainstream white media, TMZ and others, NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, all these outlets will not touch these white guys. They'll tap on them, but they won't drag them the way they're trying to do what they do black actors and black famous men. Do you understand? They don't drag them, you know. And we don't need to drag them either. Don't help them. And y'all know my series on how black people participate in racism. We need to stop participating in racism. You know, we can deal with each other and say, no, that's not cool. I mean, let us have, but they ain't got to drag, you know, because but it seems they only like to drag the good guys in the race. Y'all don't drag the thugs and the hooligans. Y'all don't drag them. It's most interesting. And you know, the dragging is usually spearheaded and led by, who knows, black women. But they have yet to drag Nick Cannon to filth. They have yet to drag Future. They have yet to drag these horrible rappers. Y'all have yet to do that. Mary Max, what's up? Mary Max says this case is merely putting a brother back in his place. Right on, Mary Max. You know, yeah. We're going to pay this money and you need you to be as such. Don't try to buck and do anything cool or different. We're not having that. So, Jonathan Majors, be cool, man. I got you. And we're going to have to learn that, you know, what's that song? No matter how high you get, they'll still be reaching out to get you. Shout out to Bobby Womack and Patti LaBelle. Is that it? Is that Patti LaBelle singing? No matter how high I get, I'll still be looking up to you. But that Patti LaBelle was another lady singing with him. So anyway, I think it's Patti LaBelle and Bobby Womack. But anyway, y'all, let's give the brothers some slack. Let's give Jonathan Majors some room to do another cool movie. And, you know, except for what it is. And let's not join them in dragging his brother. You know, and anybody else for that matter. You know, he's not our problem. He's not one of our issues in our community. There's so many others. But anyway, I'm done. Y'all be cool. Y'all cool. Fool with me on the Cash App, $ Rico the Penis. I'm on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. This Facebook group page is my YouTube channel. Go to the description box. You'll see where I'm selling my PDF formatted short stories called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with absent biological father who never wanted to be found. It's only $10, $ Rico the Penis. If you decide to hit me up on the Cash App or you just want to put something in the collection plate, please send me an email address and I can email it to you as soon as you hit me on that Cash App. Tangela Jones, what's up? You might have to check out the playback, baby, because I'm about to go now. But I'll be right back because I have another video that I want to do. This is more of like social media, Black Manosphere kind of deal. So if y'all want to come back for that, that's cool. But I'll talk to y'all later. Be cool. Peace.